Hello there, welcome to this special video. A few days ago I received a very nice email from two daughters of a very fine lady named Shashi. She likes my videos and my compositions, and in this email, which was very well written and was very lovely and very polite, I was informed of their mother's like for what I do, which was very touching, one of the best emails I've ever woken up to. And I was informed how this lady gets very much satisfaction from what I do, and that it was her birthday. Today is the 15th of April 2015, and this is the special day because it's her birthday. I was asked if I would be interested at all in either dedicating a piece of music to their mother or composing a new piece. Now naturally I had to, without hesitating, compose a new piece of music for this for their mother, and that's what this video is about today. It doesn't have a title, it's just a birthday piece. Perhaps Shashi can provide a title if she so desires. So this video is specifically dedicated to Shashi on her birthday today. So I personally wish you an excellent birthday. I hope that this in some way acts as a gift for you, and I'm going to play it for you, and everyone else can perhaps enjoy it. The purpose of the video is not only to play it, it's also to teach you how to play it, and this goes for Shashi directly as well as anyone else listening to the video. I have the piece of paper here on which I wrote the chords. I remember melodies to my compositions through patterns on the piano, so I never write the notes. So you'll have to learn the melody by memory. There's no music available, but the chords you'll just have to memorize them, or you can write them out as we go along. So I play this piece with many thanks for the kind email and for your support, Shashi, and I hope you like it. I play my pieces a little bit differently each time, but whatever comes out now is about 90–95% how the piece should sound. So let's see what happens, and all the best. Thank you very much. Happy birthday. Now I'm going to show you how to play it. It doesn't have a key necessarily, but it follows regular patterns of what I talk about in my other videos, such as 2-5-1s, 6-2-5-1s. There's a lot of going up fourths, for example alternating between C and F, for example. B to E is another one, and D to G occurs. Now I'm going to play the melody, but I'm not going to focus on the melody because you can take that in your own time. What I'm going to focus on is the chords. So sort of 80% chords and structure, and 20% melody. Now you can play it how you wish. You may choose to play it with one finger because there is a melody line, but I like to play melodies mixed with chords as arpeggios and embellish the chords with extra notes, normally ninths, as you will see, or as you may have seen. So the first section, there are 5 sections in this. Let me just show you the piece of paper. It's a bit of a mess, but it works for me. So this is the piece. You may want to sort of pause the screen and copy the chords. It begins with A minor 7, goes on to E flat major 7, D flat major 7, B flat minor 11, A 13, and then A flat major 9. That is the first part. So let me just play those chords for you. It's going, the melody is going like this, and I'm highlighting the 9 of that A minor 7 chord. And then for 2 beats, and then we're going into E flat major 7 for 2 beats, and then coming down on the D flat major 7 as I do this. Can you hear the tension? I quite like that. So what we're doing is, I'll do it with one finger, but you can play it how you wish. E flat major 7, D flat major 7 for 4 beats, B flat minor, but this is the 11th in B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's a nice sound. And 11th works with minor type chords. And then it's falling down to an A, but this note in the key of B flat is an 11, but in the key of A it becomes a flattened 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flat. That's an interesting sound because I discovered that, listen to this, if I just play how we could call this a sharp, in the key of B flat we could call this an 8-9 sharpened, so we could call it a sharpened 9 with an 11th, which would be a B flat minor 11 sharp 9. Don't worry too much about the chords necessarily, but just play B flat minor 7 with the sharp 9 and the 11th, B flat minor 11 sharp 9. But then these 2 top notes sound nice with an A7 chord. You've got like a clash between the E and the E flat there. You could call that a sharpened 11th if you wanted to in the key of A. 8, 9, 10, 11 sharpened. And then I just heard this in the key of A flat, this B flat, which is the 9, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I just liked that kind of floating sound because I love the 9th value in chords. So from the beginning, then we go up to a C7 and an F minor major 7, and I'm alternating between those. So how am I doing that? I'm playing C in its second inversion, root, first inversion, second inversion, doubling up on the octave. And it's going up to the G is a 5th in the key of C. It's going up to the sharpened 5th, which is called augmented. So, and the chord in the left hand is a C7. E becomes the major 7 of F, and I'm playing it with a minor chord, F, A flat, C, and I'm alternating, so it's going. But the second time round, the C in the bass, you can't see that, the C in the bass is coming up to an E. Listen to the bass, even though you can't see it. C in the bass. E in the bass. The G is the 9th of F, 8, 9, and when you mix it in with a minor major 7, you get an F minor major 9. The major means play the major 7. So I'm playing G, technically G sharp. Sorry, it's technically A flat because it's a minor. C, the 5th, E, the major 7, G again, the octave. So quite a big stretch, but you don't need to do that. You can just simply play like that, and that complements the left-hand chord, F minor major 7 with a 9, F minor major 9. So that's happening twice. So from the beginning. Then you would do that again, but I'll go into the C part. E in the bass, major 7 up to the 9, and then repeat, E in the bass, major 7 up to the 9, E half diminished with a B flat on top, E minor, dominant 7, flat 5, half diminished, nice chord. Now this is an A13. I have other videos on these. The description below explains that you'll need to maybe watch other videos to understand all of the chords. But I don't want to get too caught up on chord titling when I already have videos for those. So here's an A13. A 13th is made by playing the dominant 7, the 3rd, and the 6th. The 6th is also the 13th. We're in the key of A. So dominant 7th in A. 3rd in A, and the 6th, which is also the 13. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm doing that. Quite a jazzy sound there. So it's going. Yes. But the 13th is flattened, so it's an A flat 13. It's not A flat 13, it's A flat 13. Okay, the next chord, I'll show you the melody after, is F sharp minor 7. This is my note that doesn't work, this blasted F sharp. But it's F sharp, A, C sharp, E, and then it's a D diminished, which is D, F, A flat, and B. It's a full diminished. It's basically a minor. It's a D minor 7 flat 5, but instead of the 7 it's a 6th on top. That's a quicker way to find the difference there between a half diminished and a whole diminished. It's a dominant 7 on top for the half diminished, and it's a 6th on top for the whole diminished. Again, I have a video on this. I like that chord. So E half diminished for 2, A flat 13 for 2, and then F sharp minor 7, D diminished, and then I heard this nice kind of tension, which is simply 4 times shared between G minor 7 and C7. So it's a 2 and a 5 into the key of F. The A is the 9th in G, so it sounds like a minor 9, which is a nice sound, of course. So it's going A flat 13, F sharp minor 7, D diminish, G minor 7, C7. This last chord here is C with the 3rd. I'm not playing the root because it's implied. I'm playing the 3rd of C, the dominant 7th of C, and the flat 9, 8, 9 flat. Sounds nice. And then I'm going into part 3. Part 2, by the way, was the alternation between C7 and F minor major 7, and then all of this part. Now we're in part 3, which I thought was quite kind of funky in a way. It's F major 7 with a melody A, D, C. And then crushing on the minor. Then the F becomes the 9th of E flat, which is the next chord. It's going to go into an E flat minor 7 and then an A flat 13. So not like the previous chord A flat 13. This time it is actually A flat 13, which I will show you in a moment. So it's going, and the rhythm changes a bit. I quite like that change. So what's happening is the F is becoming not the root of itself, but the 9th of E flat minor 7. E flat minor 9. And then it's going to simply go to the A flat in the root, A flat, and then to an A flat 13, which, to keep things quick and easy, is G flat, C and F, which is dominant 7, 3rd, 6th or 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So from the beginning of that part it's going F major 7, E flat minor 9 for 2, A flat 13 for 2. Then it's going to go into D minor 7 and do the same kind of thing on E, A, G, on D minor 7, and then into D flat, going up the D flat major scale. But then as you come to the F here, that becomes the major 7th in the key of F sharp, which you'll see as I play it. So it's going E flat, A flat 13, D minor 7, D flat, F major 7, F sharp major 7, which just comes down to the D sharp, which is a 6th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it's going to go to B minor 7 here, but in the right hand I'm playing the F sharp, which is the 5th from the chord, and it's going to go, and then the 3rd simply comes up from being a minor to a 3rd as the melody goes to a G. So it sounds like that, and then E minor into E full diminished, and then we're going to go we're going to do a 2-5-1 on G, which means A minor 7, and then D 7, but I'm putting a flat 5 in it, and then finishing on a G6 up to the top. Then from this it's going to go into a kind of nice little melody I heard. I'm calling this part 4, and it's basically like this. You're playing C major 7 but very high. I'll do it here, but you're playing it 2 octaves higher. So here is middle C. The left hand will play the C above middle C, and the right hand is going to go to the next octave. And you're playing C major 7 to C6. Or the melody, just B to A. Then you're going to play C full diminished, but with 2 hands. I'll just do it lower again. But the topmost note is going to go down from the B to the A via the B flat. You can do it with both hands if you want, but I like to just do it in the right hand. Now when I do this, I'm actually doing this 1 octave lower than I did the first part. So the first part is all the way up here. then I come down an octave in each hand. Now we go to G major 7. I'm playing it in the second inversion here. Root, first inversion, second inversion, G major 7. F sharp is the major 7, G 1, B third, D 5th. To the E to the D and then up to the F sharp, but with an A in the bass. F sharp is the 13th, and then I just play this chord. I'm playing an A13 again, not flat this time, but an A13, but because my index finger's floating above this B flat here, it's nice to play. 8 is the A, 9 is the B, flat 9 is the B flat. So let's put all that together. A13, flat 9. Very nice jazz chord. So all together up the top, B to A, B, B flat A with a C diminished, G major 7, A13 flat 9, and then a little D minor 7, G with 2 interesting notes I'll explain, onto a C, which completes this part. So and then we're just simply going D minor 7 with an E to a G, that's a 9 to an 11, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I'm flattening the E to the E flat and sharpening the G to the G sharp. In the key of G, oops, sorry, this becomes the, well, we can call this a sharpened 5th or a flattened 6th. The 6 is a 13, so it's a flat 13. We don't really say flat 6. Flat 13. And then the A is flattened, the G is sharpened, but the key is G, so we can't sharpen the G, so it has to be the A, which is flattened to an A flat, which means flat 9. If you put all that together, with a 13th shape, 7, 3, 13, in the key of G, 13th, you actually get a G 13, but you actually get a G flat 13, flat 9. And then this finishes on a C6/9 because we've got C6 here, A is the 6th, D is the 9. And I'm duplicating that. D, E, G, A in the right hand. So, D minor 7 with the E and the G, G13 shape with a flat 13 and a flat 9, and then they come down to the D and the A. So it's kind of like a parallel motion here, which is quite interesting. I quite like that. And I like this sound here. It sounds a bit kind of Chinese. Interesting. Once I've done that, we go into part 5, which is, so I let this kind of float around a little bit. On a real piano I could control the sustain pedal, the pedal that makes the notes float longer. But on the piano, it's either on the electric piano and the computer, it's either on or off, which is a bit extreme, but so on a real piano you could let that fade in and out. So I do this for a little bit and then chromatically fall down, and I want to get to the D, which is the major 7th of the E flat. This is part 5, and I kind of heard this rushed melody, and then doing that in G major 7. So in the key of E flat, we're playing major 7, 5, 5. This is technically the sharpened 11th, 8, 9, 10, 11, sharpened. To the 3rd. And then back up again, so. And then the same thing, but instead of a B flat, we're playing a G, which is the 3rd, we're playing a B, which is the 3rd of G. So I'm alternating between E flat major 7 and its third G major 7. I quite like that. And then I wanted to increase the tension even more. C sharp minor 7 with an E flat on top, technically a D sharp. The ninth. So I'm touching the major 7 here of C sharp. So and then we're going to G diminished with the same melody. Okay, so but with a C sharp minor 7, C sharp, E, G sharp, B. So G diminished. In the right hand, if you're interested, I'm playing the correct notes for C sharp minor. The top and the bottom note are changing, but the middle remains E and G sharp, because that's the C sharp minor shape, the minor and the fifth. And then when it comes to the G diminished, I'm just bringing the G sharp to a G, because that provides me with the notes of that diminished scale, of that diminished arpeggio rather, the chord itself. So I'm just changing my right hand from, and then just that note changes, G sharp to a G. So from the E flat major 7, G major 7. And then I just heard this nice release chord, which is a B major 7. And the melody I heard was like this. So B flat, B, A flat, G flat, B flat. And I'm doing it with the B major 7. Sorry, I didn't press the pedal there. E, normal third, flat 5 with a 7 on top, dominant 7. Nice sound. So just an arpeggio of the same chord. Do this twice. Now E goes up to A, goes up a fourth. And that A is A minor, and that is the beginning of the song again. So and then we start again. D flat major 7, B flat minor 11, A flat major 7 with a 9, A flat major 9. And then this time I just do it once, and then I go up to part 2, the C7 and the F minor major 7. Up to the E half diminished, A flat 13, D, F sharp minor 7, D diminished, G minor 7 with the C7, then part 3, the F major 7, E flat minor 9, A flat 13, D minor 7, D flat 7, up the major scale to F sharp major 7, F sharp 6, B minor 7 to the third, to the E minor 7 to the E diminish, and then that nice kind of over the A minor 7, sorry, to the D7 with a flat 5, finishing on the 6th of G. And then I like to finish songs where it doesn't close completely. So I go up with the G6, and then I go up again with the augmented, which is the sharpened 5th. So you don't really know where it's going to go from there. It leaves it open to question, perhaps for the composition for next year's birthday. Okay, find the video down to 35 minutes. Quite happy with that. You've got a lot of chords to get into there. So thank you very much for watching. Once again, happy birthday. Hope other people enjoyed the piece. And see you in the next video. All the best, and bye for now.